Hey, I'm Jeff Newton. I'm a person-centered counsellor, which simply means I put you at the centre of everything I do. I do this in two distinct ways. First off, I create a safe and collaborative environment where you and I work together to maximise your choices, heading towards the goals that you want to achieve at your pace. Secondly, I look at ethical behaviour, and I increase my own ethical behaviour in four distinct ways. I'm a member of the Australian Counselling Association, and so I follow their code of practice. I have my own professional development regime where I continue researching and gaining new skills. I have my own counsellor, because I need someone to talk to and tell them how I'm going and what's happening so that I can be in the best possible headspace to support you 100%. And finally, I don't pretend that I know everything, because I just don't. And if that becomes evident that I'm not the right counsellor for you, whether it be through just a simple personality thing that we don't really click, or I don't have the professional skills that you need, then together we'll find someone more suitable than me and I'll refer you to them. Because people are not islands, as the saying goes, and while I am a person-centered therapist and I keep you right at the core, I also very much want to consider your entire environment. So your social network, your professional situation, and other support mechanisms you might have in your life, like your GP, for example. So while you're at the centre and considering confidentiality and permission, we will consider your network, what's relevant, what's useful. So knowing that, you've got to ask yourself, am I the right counsellor for you? It's a good question. So while I help lots of different people from lots of different life experiences, I really specialise in supporting survivors of trauma. People who are struggling just to like themselves. People who are considering escaping from this body and from this life. So I work in a very evidence-based way, keeping the philosophy of psychological flexibility at my core, because there's some real solid proven connection between increased psychological flexibility and increased joy and happiness, and also decreased suffering. And there's many different sort of counselling styles that one can adapt, but I particularly like acceptance and commitment therapy. It gives you some really solid day-to-day practical skills that you can use. And don't get me wrong, your problems and issues don't go away just because you learn some acceptance and commitment therapy, but the skills you gain mean you can more effectively handle them when they arise. I also like to give, and I find great benefit in providing some psychological education to my clients, because together with the skills from acceptance and commitment therapy, the awareness that comes from psychological education to understand what's happening in my body, why am I feeling like this, what did my brain do that for? These two things come together to provide some real positive and long-lasting changes. They can be useful in living the full and rich life that I know everybody wants. Thank you. Take care.